everybody? It's your man Mark. Welcome to MD Ready. A few weeks ago, I made a post. Matter of fact, not a few weeks ago. On April the 1st, I did a April Fool's post, and I was saying this is my new carry gun. It was like I think it was a Glock 44, right? So I'm not a big fan of using these training pistols as concealed carry, home defense, personal protection, firearms, but it is what it is. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. I wanted to get into this real quick. I meant to do a video even when I did that post, but time is of the essence, and like you all, don't have a whole lot of time. But a person that I respect, and he works at my local gun range. Kevin was like, yeah, I follow this YouTuber that's in the area, but he hasn't made a video in a while. So I was like, you know what? Got it. Anyway, again, my name is Mark. We're MD Ready. We're going to be talking about that post that I made on the 1st of April, April Fool's. And I am not insinuating that I'm going to be carrying a Glock 44 Vinny 22 LR pistol. I don't even encourage anyone to do that. But I do understand that some people are going to do it anyway. So this is a Glock 44. Okay, this is one. It is clear. It's open. You can probably see some light through there. This is a Glock 44, and it is what I would consider to be a training pistol. It matches in the dynamics of my Glock 19. It feels like a Glock 19, but it's just super light, and has like zero recoil. Now, one point I would like to make is, do I want to stand in front of it? Heavens no. But at the end of the day, there are going to be some people who just are not going to listen to myself or listen to you. They're going to go take this, train with it, and they're actually going to use it for defense. Is it going to be effective? Shot placement is going to make that determination. That is a biggie, but realistically, probably not. So, if somebody's hopped up on PCP, you can look at the videos if you like. Well, people being shot multiple times by 9mm 40 and still being a very vital and lethal threat, right? Whether they're hitting vital areas or not, still a bit of a threat. Now, are there some things you can do to possibly allow you to have a more of a fighting chance? And if somebody is on ecstasy, meth, or PCP or heroin or whatever that is, I'm sure there is. Now, the quicker that you can get them to bleed out, or the higher likely are hitting a central, like, the spinal cord or something like that, or dome shot, maybe they'll drop faster. But you got to think about it. You're terrified. You're nervous. Think about if you went to qualify for your concealed carry class, and they timed you, and how shaky you were, even if you are a good shot. It's probably going to be 10 times more than that if you're terrified and you're trying to defend yourself. So, I'm not encouraging you to do this, but I know some people are. Okay? And hear me when I say this. Like right now, let's do a gear check. I'm carrying a Glock 48. It is hot. Glock 48 with the Shield Arms magazine in it. It is 9mm. Now, these are only 95 grain ammo rounds. This is from, the light is in my eyes, so it's hard for me to see it. I don't remember. But it's when Dix was selling 9mm ammo, right? But they ain't doing that no more. So, but it's like a 95 grain or something like that, hollow point, and shoots very well, very low recoil. But in any event, back to the 22. That's what I'm carrying my Glock 48 right now. So get those Shield Arms magazines if you have a Glock 48. But remember, you have to replace that plastic magazine release with the metal Shield Arms release, or that plastic magazine release will be worn out by that metal Shield Arms magazine. If you don't do it, you're going to regret it when you really need that gun. You really need to hit that mag button, and you have some issues. But that being said, back to our topic. 22 for home defense or personal protection, being PDW, whatever it is. I'm discouraging it. It will fit Glock style magazines, like even this old school. If you guys had a Gen 3 Glock, this probably came with your gun, but Gen 4 is enough. I think they stopped it. So it'll fit it. All right, it'll fit snugly in there. Right, it'll fit inside of this magazine. Glock, y'all need to bring this back, please. Okay, like, come on, bring it back. Anyway, Federal has a defensive ammunition called the Punch. Then you also have the Stingers. Then you have the other hollow point varieties by like what is it? Mini Mag. What else? there is a handful of defense-related 22s. Now, I do know that I think 22 Plankster did a test on some, as well as the old fat dad, his channel. They both did tests on ammunition. The punch does well, the stinger does well. I think even the mini mag does well, but realistically, they don't even compete with 380. And I don't even trust 380 as a personal protection cartridge, right? I mean, your best bet is to get around those. It doesn't have enough velocity. It's not moving fast enough to penetrate as deep as it needs to. But again, shot placement and having enough ammunition is going to make a difference. Let's jump to the next section. The next section is going to be the fact that shot placement. So we talked about the caliber. We talked about how anemic it is. Now, the Glock 44 comes with these little 10 rounders. It may not be enough, right? Because if somebody's coming at you, it just may not be enough. But on the flip side, let's move to a different gun. It's another training pistol. This is the Tourist TX22. It just feels so good in the hands, right? This comes with a 17 round magazine, okay? You're gonna need more ammunition if you're trying to stop a threat, unless you shoot him like in the face, where the eyes are, something like that. Neck, throat, maybe hit the artery, the jugular, something like that. I saw some videos. I think Grantham did a video where he was shooting 22, and if I'm not mistaken, it was out of like the Volkortsen pistol, the Ruger Volkort. What is it? Like the Mark III or something like that. And it didn't even penetrate the breastbone, right? So the breastbone just deflected the round. It's not good, guys. That's not good at all. So, anemic cartridge. Okay, we're talking about shot placement. We already talked about certain ammunition variants or whatnot, or that are made for certain companies. That's wonderful. Now, let's move a little forward. One more reason not to do this. Guys, 22 is not reliable, okay? I don't care what anybody says, but if we look at, I think I have a round here. This little rim, more times than not, at least out of every other magazine, I'll have one that doesn't go off because of the rim. It's a rim cartridge. So you can actually take the round out, turn it, rotate it like 180 degrees and put it back in, and chances are it's going to fire, okay? And if it doesn't, I mean, you probably just got a dud. This magazine was overfilled. You probably have a dud or something like that. But again, I'm not saying it doesn't happen with 9mm, because I was shooting some steel case 9mm last week and some of the rounds just weren't working. It is what it is. That's how it. But again, typical standard brass, whether it's ball, hollow point, is going to function properly. 22 is just a little finicky. I've given you multiple reasons on why you shouldn't do it, but I know some people are going to do it anyway. So if you decide to do it, these are two 22s that I love: the TX22 and the Glock 44. Right? They're both clear. I use these strictly as training pistols. Now, I will tell you this: if you are going to get a 22 for home defense, I would encourage you to get something like a Ruger 1022. Okay? And you may say, well, what is that? It's a rifle. It is a rifle, and it's been featured in many of my videos. I had my kids shoot it not too long ago. I think it's a great training tool. But one of the things that it benefits from is velocity, right? So hollow point ammunition is going to benefit best when it has a proper velocity. The more velocity, the more it's going to expand. Now, even though that it's going to expand, it could even break up, which some people look at as a negative. I look at it as, hey, listen, it fragmented, right? So with 22, most of the ammunition based on velocity is tested out of an 18-inch barrel. But I believe that the Federal Punch is not tested with an 18-inch barrel. I believe that one was tested like with a 5-inch barrel. So the velocity numbers are based on that. Now, what you could do is you could have your Ruger 1022 or have a, in a pinch, maybe have like your M&P 22 or something like that, or even have the CMMG conversion kit for your 5.56 like I do, and use that as a pseudo backup home defense setup, right? If you really, really wanted to. Now I use that more of like a survival piece and defense as needed, but I wouldn't bank on it. But I would feel way more comfortable with something such as a 1022 with 22 ammo in it because it's increasing the velocity. It's going to give the numbers projected on the box versus shooting out of that 4 or 5 inch pistol. I'll show you guys my Ruger 1022 setup. All right, so you can see mine is in pieces, some pieces or whatever. Yeah. When I have it separated, I do have it with the little 10-round rotary magazine in it. Okay, you might say, "Oh my God, it's loaded." Nothing to shoot out of here. Okay. I don't want to put it together on YouTube because it may get banned. Nothing in the chamber. It's locked open. This is what mine look like. Okay. I have a little red dot on top. Is it off? Yeah, it's off. Perfect. Got a little red dot on top. Surefire Wharton on the front because this is the only gun that it's going to work effectively on. Because if you see my video that I did on YouTube, I did a YouTube short, and this sucker was very blasty on the 5.56s, but it does a really good job on the front of this. Okay, it does a really great job. Have a little sock holder, something, whatever, I forgot what you call these, but this is really good for like holding a spare magazine or tools and stuff like that. And you can also get one of the 25 rounders, the BX22s, which is what I keep in the bag. Where's my bag at? Oh, it's in front of me. Okay, keep one of those inside of my bag, but typically I keep it with the 10 rounder because it fits in the bag so nicely. Now, these guns are like the Honda Civics of 22s. You know, you do so much with them. It may not be the most accurate platform, but it works and it feeds almost any ammunition. It's not finicky. When I had my Smith & Wesson M&P 22, it was real finicky. It liked particular type of ammo, right? Like getting the Winchester white box bulk ammo, getting the Remington green box ammunition. It just really didn't do it for it. It wanted the fancy stuff. It wanted the mini mags and all of that. And I'm like, yeah, you know, the goal of me getting this is so that I can have something I can shoot on the cheap. And this does it. I love it. So, and it comes in a little itty bitty bag, so, you know, it folds up nicely. But this is what I would use if I wanted to defend myself with 22. I'm not telling anybody to defend themselves with 22, but you have more velocity. It's going to be quieter, even without this blast can on the end. It is a blast can. That's all it is, just a blast can sound diverter, and it works well on a 22. But this is what I would get. So with that being said, guys, that's it for me. Pray for you guys are a little more confident now in what you're going to use for, if you decide to. Please don't use a 22 for defense. Please don't do that. But some of you are going to do it. And since you are going to do it, think wisely. And God forbid it doesn't work for you. Okay? Do understand that with muscle mass, bone density, and fat density, that's also going to play on how deep the rounds penetrate and how effective they are, as well as reaching those vital areas to stop a threat. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Please make sure that you follow me on Instagram, MD_ready. Please make sure that you DM me. Let me know if you want what particular topics you want to hear about. I'm in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. I'm a certified farm instructor through USCCA. Do multiple classes, especially consultations. If you need my services, reach out to me. Let me know. God bless you guys. Please continue to be safe. Stay safe. Have a good one. It's bright and sunny outside. I'll catch you guys later.